Hi, totally impromptu live to talk about one of the biggest things that might be lacking from your launch and might be lacking from the content that you are creating inside your launch to make sure that if you're lacking this is why your launch is not working for you. If you want to make your launch really successful, this is what you need to do. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about, and this live idea came from one of my clients. We were discussing one of the things, and you know me, I talk about this thing a lot, and that is that yes, you will be creating a lot of how to content, but there's other type of content that you need to be creating a lot as well, right? And that is more important than the how to content. So I was actually talking to one of my clients, and she told me this is a mindset problem. Okay, she told me that if I don't create how to content, then I feel like I'm not providing value. And there are a lot of things that I can help you with that. This is a mindset problem, and also by showing you examples and all of that, all of it will help you. But even if you want to share how to content, why do people feel after going through your how to content, if your people feel like, okay, I got everything, I don't need anything else, or if it's not very compelling, or like what is lacking from that content that you are sharing, even if it's how to content, or during your launch, whatever type of content that you're creating, what might be lacking due to which your audience really feels content and they feel like, I don't need to join her program. What is that one thing that is lacking? That is what I want to talk about. And this is what we are going to talk about in this live. This is very impromptu. Okay, so the thing that is lacking from the content that you're creating, and I always say this during the launch, the main thing in order to warm up your audience is to talk about what the main thing is. The content, the main thing is content that will warm up your audience, right? No matter what type of things you do, no matter which kind of freebie masterclass, even during the masterclass, if you share a lot of value, I'm not saying you shouldn't be sharing a lot of value, but what is lacking due to which, if you've done a masterclass or a workshop, a free workshop or a free masterclass, and yet people didn't join, because this has happened with me when I've done 3-hour 3-day masterclasses and 0 sales, and I've learned this the hard way. So I'm giving you what is one thing that is lacking, because I've learned this the hard way. Okay, and that thing is, you don't know how to clearly communicate the gap. What is the gap? If you're sharing how to content, okay, how are you showing the gap? Like, you've given a lot of value over here, but now, even after that, what are they lacking? What do they still need to learn? How are you clearly communicating the gap so that your audience feels like, yes, I need to learn more, yes, she knows more and I need to learn about that? Are you showing that gap? This is what's lacking. Even with that workshop, or even with that masterclass, free masterclass or freebie that you've given them, this is what the biggest thing that is lacking from most launches, when they, especially when you are doing a launch for the first time, if you're lacking this one thing, if you're not able to clearly communicate the gap, that this is why, this is what you still need to learn, this is what you need to see. If you are not able to show that gap, then your audience would be like, I know everything, I learned everything, okay, from that masterclass, from that free workshop, or from your free how to content as well, and they wouldn't join your programs. So this is really important. If you're not showing that gap, and you need to learn how to clearly communicate that gap, which is what I teach inside the Clients Accelerator. But that's something to talk about on another day. But this is what I wanted to show you. Start doing that from your how to content. Start doing that from the different types of content that you are creating. Show them, like, even if you go through my content, you can try to find out how I'm doing that. You can go through other people's content as well. I'm not sure if which people you follow and whether they are clearly communicating that as or not, but You can go through my content, you can go through my emails and try to figure out how to do that, but start practicing communicating that gap through your content that you're sharing at the end of the content, through your master classes that you're doing. Start communicating that, because this is really important. Without this, people don't join, because they need to know that you need to give them the direction. You need to give them, this is the next step, right? So communicating that this is the next step, even though you know this now, this is the next step. And not just telling them the next step, but what are they lacking? Where is the gap? Show that. That is really important. So this is really short live that I wanted to do quickly to show you this is the reason why most launches fail. You need to work on this, start practicing this, and your launches will go really well. See you next time.